fellow viewers, welcome to another exciting and interesting episode of Football Unfiltered. Today we'll be looking at the weekend features of the EPL games. And like you guys know, I will be doing this on my own. I have someone special here in the studio, my co-analyst, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Thank you, Bube. It's glad to be here once
You're
again.
welcome. What do you have to say to the viewers?
Viewers, please don't forget to subscribe.
Yes,
it's important so that you will get more of our videos and also follow our analysis and predictions. It's important.
Exactly. And in case you're just following this show for the first time, don't forget this is the show channel for you to get your odds if you play bettors. Get 2 short odds, 5 short odds, like I usually say. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So quickly, let's look at the business of the day, which is to look at the games that will be played during the weekend. But first of all, how do you feel? Knowing that your club, out of other big teams that played last weekend, was among those that won their game. Like the likes of United lost, likes of Chelsea lost, likes of Liverpool, your rival, as you may say, also lost again. So how do you feel as an Arsenal fan? Standing out.
I feel so happy and elated because before that game, a lot of people did not believe Arsenal was going to win that game. They felt since we're playing away, it's going to be like a draw, or probably Newcastle might snatch a win. As a matter of fact, most pundits actually predicted that Newcastle was going to win Arsenal, but surprisingly, we won that game. I also feel happy that our rivals lost because it gave us an edge, in the table. Right now, Liverpool is just 2 points ahead of Arsenal, and I believe in a couple of weeks or matches they will still drop point and then will climb. So I feel so happy because they've always attacked Arsenal as being a team that doesn't deliver when it's expected. But now you can see that Arsenal is delivering more than expected, both in Champions League, both in the EPL and the Carabao Cup. So we're taking every game step by step, and I believe this season will not go trophyless.
Oh my! I was expecting you to say that, and you said it. Okay, the league has kicked off. We are already in the week 7 of the EPL Premier League, and this weekend we'll be starting off with Bournemouth and Fulham. So what do you think will play out this year?
Well, you're looking at the matches we've played so far. You can see that it is not easy to get these predictions or this analysis right, but as analysts, we'll do our best to give the right predictions based on the performances of players and coach reading the matches. But then it's important we look at clubs who are more qualified or who have the most quality of players. So this game between Bournemouth and Fulham, I think for me, I'll take Bournemouth as the favorite here because Fulham has not been stable. I expected that as they brought in the likes of Chukwueze and other key players into the league, their game, they will actually make an improvement. But surprisingly, they lost last weekend, and Bournemouth on the other hand, at away, they actually got a draw, even though they were supposed to lose that game, but the goal came at the dying minute. So it shows that Bournemouth is a team that can actually put up a very good fight. I've watched their last 4 or 5 matches. Bournemouth scores in every other match. It shows that if you're not able to score more than Bournemouth will definitely defeat you. So for me, I'll go for a Bournemouth win in that game.
Okay, so do you have any sure score, like correct score that you?
I'll go for a 2-0 win.
2-0 win. Okay, so we'll see how that will play out. So let's look at the next game that we'll play, and it's going to be the game between Leeds and Spurs. What do you think?
Tottenham really disappointed a lot of fans last weekend, but those actually who are into sports betting,
of course.
Nobody expected that Tottenham would not win their game against what's it called, against they played against the Wolves. A Wolves that is the bottom of the table, that everybody actually gets 3 points from Wolves. But then you consider that Bournemouth actually equalized that game at the 94th minute. Wolves played, let's say they played like they were coming to win the
Of
game.
course.
So for me, I don't see Tottenham, going to that game to win. Remember, they are playing, at away. They're not playing at home, and it is not easy for them when they are playing at away.
Yeah.
They are not really comfortable playing at away. And Leeds, on the other hand, amongst all the teams that came from the relegation, Leeds they are putting up a good fight. Scoring and trying to get some good points. So for me, I will go for a draw in that game. I don't see Tottenham Spurs rather winning that game. I'll go for a draw in that game.
Okay, so quickly, let's look at the next game that will be played, and it's going to be the game between your club and West Ham. Seeing how impressive your club has been. So I know you confidently tell me, but then let me hear from you. What do you think?
I'll be confident. Despite the fact that West Ham got a new coach and they are trying to, it's normal when the club gets a new coach, they want to impress. So I watched their game against against an Everton 2 days ago, and they were impressive. They tried to show that yes, we've gotten a new coach and he brought in new ideas. But an Arsenal will always be an Arsenal. Even though last 2 seasons, yes, if I'm not mistaken, West Ham denied us our league title. If you recall, West Ham was one of the teams that actually beat Arsenal, denying us that point. So it's just like whenever we play West Ham, we want to remember that incident. So we go into the game with a revenge. And Arsenal is playing at home, of course. That Arsenal doesn't joke with that, home enthusiasm. So for me, I'm going to go with an Arsenal win, a 2-0 win in that game.
Okay.
But I might give a West Ham a goal because of their new coach and they're trying to impress their fans and all that. So for me, I'll go with a 2-1 win.
Okay, so quickly, let's look at the next game that will be played, and it's going to be the game between Manchester United and Sunderland. Seeing how Manchester United have been struggling, see that they've been struggling the league, do you think they have everything it takes to win Sunderland? That is one of, actually, I will call Sunderland one of the
underdogs, one
of the most stubborn teams currently in the league. So do you think Manchester United have everything it takes to defeat Sunderland?
I don't know. Anytime I want to analyze or talk about Man U, I tend to smile or laugh because I don't know. Forgive me. I don't know why it's like that, because Man U have just been they have just been like a caricature of the Premier League. They disappoint you with confidence. You're sure that they're not going to win the match, but at least get a draw. It's better, because imagine when you're giving your fans or your viewers the sure odds and you're adding Man U, you'll be like, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Exactly.
Most people are not even include Man U in their predictions anymore in their sure odds. So for me, Sunderland was impressive last weekend. They defeated Nottingham Forest away, and they held that 1-0 from the first half of that game to the end of the game, and they were very impressive. I don't know where they got that energy from. Nottingham Forest, we all know that they have been in the league and
and they've been doing well.
Very well.
They did well last season.
Very well. They came from the championship last season and they remain, and I think they are currently playing Europa League. So nobody would have expected Sunderland to win them at home. So Sunderland is not a walk away. So even if Man U might win that game, it's not going to be an easy one. And you won't be surprised Sunderland might even get a goal in that match. So for me, I will give a Man U a win. Yes, because of their last game against Brighton, right?
They lost.
With the loss. No, not Brighton. Chelsea played against Brighton. Man U played against Man U played against Man U played against Brentford rather. Yeah, they lost the game, but actually they did very well in that. They that they were not, fortunate. So for me, I won't be too biased in this prediction by saying Man U will not win the game, but it's not going to be an easy win for them. I'll give it a both team to score, but Man U will win Sunderland.
Okay, so if you are looking to join us for the first time and you're yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly click on the subscribe button below, and don't forget to click on our notification button so you get notified of subsequent videos that will be coming to you through this. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So let's look at this. This should be one of the biggest game of the week, which is going to be the game between Chelsea and Liverpool. Chelsea lost the last game. Liverpool lost the last game. Yeah. So, and they also lost their Champions League game. So, what do you think will play out this game? I believe that Liverpool will be finding a way to come back to their winning ways. And Chelsea also, on the other hand, have been struggling a bit in the league. So, what do you think will happen with this?
I'll go for Liverpool because Chelsea are currently having injury crisis.
Of course.
Their defenders are actually not complete. Will I say they are the first team of defenders.
Yeah.
And coupled with the red cards they got in their last game,
Back.
So it's really gonna affect them.
Oh.
But then for Liverpool, they are in their best form. I don't think there's any player in Liverpool that is currently on injury. Their front line, they are complete. Their midfield, they are complete.
Okay.
Their defense are complete. Probably in the future, when injury comes in, we'll now begin to look at their disadvantages of winning the match and the advantages of winning the match. For me, I think Liverpool is at the advantage position in winning this game because Chelsea right now, they are not stable. So I think they should get the opportunity. So I'll give you Liverpool a win in that game. But Chelsea will get a goal.
Okay.
They will get a goal, but Liverpool will win that game.
Okay, so we'll see how that will play out. Your lucky Glaze is not here to banter.
even if he's here to banter me, he cannot deny that fact that Chelsea they are currently having an injury crisis. So I don't see Chelsea winning Liverpool, honestly speaking, aside the crisis issue.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea have mature, experienced strikers currently compared to Chelsea. Sorry, Liverpool have more experienced strikers compared to Chelsea that just have new signings who are not experienced very well.
Yeah.
So for me, I will not want to argue that. I'll just let it be for the weekend.
Okay, so quickly let's look at the next game that we played, and it's going to be the game between Aston Villa and Burnley. Quickly, what do you think?
Burnley has been unfortunate. I think they will go back to relegation. Yeah, they've been unfortunate actually, and I will not be sentimental here. I will not be emotional with them. Aston Villa will get a win in that game. Aston Villa did very well in their Champions League outing yesterday, and it was surprising. I think they actually got a win. I think a draw, and then their last game they won Fulham. I think a 3-1 in that game. Yeah, 3-1 Fulham, and they've been trying to come back because in the last three matches we've seen that they've not been. In fact, their first 3 games they didn't get a goal.
Yeah.
They were the only team that didn't score a goal in their first 3 matches, and we could see that the 4th and the 5th matches they picked up. So I think they will actually use this opportunity that other teams are using against the Burnley that is yet to stabilize and get a win. So for me, it's going to be a straight win for Aston Villa. A win and over 1.5, like 2 goals in that game.
Simple. Okay, so quickly let's look at the next game that we played, and it's going to be the game between Everton and Crystal Palace. Quickly,
what do you expect? A Brighton that defeated Chelsea?
No, this is Crystal Palace and Everton.
Okay. I was thinking is Brighton against what? Okay, Everton has been impressive since they got their new stadium. They launched their new stadium. They've been impressive at home. So I will not actually give it a way to Crystal Palace. But I see the both teams scoring a goal in that match. So for me, I'll go with a draw. But if anybody should win that game, I'll go with the Crystal Palace. But for me, to be on the safe side, for people who are into sports betting, I think I will go with the both team to score game. Yeah, definitely Everton will get a goal in that game.
Okay. So if you are selecting a game, don't forget to select the one you said. We'll play both teams to score.
To be on the safer side, because you don't know who's going to win the game.
Okay, now the next game that we played is a game between Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. I think it's going to be a tough game. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but Newcastle will get a win in that game. Newcastle has been impressive recently. I think their last game against Arsenal, they actually scored the goal first, even though Arsenal, were more experienced in the game, and then they fought harder. But watch the game. Newcastle actually played. They played very well. They wanted a win in that game, and they are coming to this game from home. As from last week, they came from home as well. They lost. They will not want to disappoint their fans by losing back-to-back home. So for me, I'll go with the Newcastle win in that game. Okay,
so now let's look at the game between Wolves and Brighton.
I was actually mistaking but I think I wouldn't want to waste time on this. It's going to be a straight win for Brighton. If Brighton actually defeats Chelsea the way they did, what is Wolves? Wolves that is still 1 point. They managed to get that 1 point against the Tottenham.
But they are still yet to even pick. I think they still think we are still trying to start the season. They don't know that we've started
week 7.
week 7.
And boy, you know it now, they'll go on international break, and the week is going half of the league, So for me, I think they should just stay white last and then go back and continue with the Champions League. That Champions League, that's where they belong to.
Okay, lastly, the game that we'll play this weekend is going to be the game between Brentford and Manchester City. It's going to be another tough game.
Brentford are stubborn. Brentford are stubborn, honestly. Brentford will not go for Champions League. They will not go for Europa. They will not win any league.
But they'll be there to these big teams. They'll be there to spoil show for
those guys. I don't know.
What they are there for.
I think I don't want to be conclusive, but I think there are clubs that UEFA gives assignments. Say, look, this is your assignment in Premier League. Stop these people because
Chelsea progressing.
You will see them, spoiling people's chances of winning the league. You're not coming to win the league, but allow people to win and get points. So for me, it's not going to be easy for Manchester City because they are playing at away, and they struggled in their Champions League outing yesterday. They drew against Monaco. That's morale.
A late goal.
Yeah, so that morale plus the fatigue that will be coming in. So for me, it's going to be an over 2.5 game. Man City might actually get a win, but it's going to be difficult. But I see goals in that game. For me, I'll go with the 2.5 goal in that match.
Okay. I think that's all for the weekend. And this is where we'll be coming to the end of the show. If you're just joining us for the first time, our host. Don't forget to click on the subscribe
Very
button.
important. Please subscribe. Subscribe is important. And drop your comments. So let's get your reactions.
Let's get your
comments. Let's get your feedback, and we can interact. It's important.
Of course. So if you don't agree with what we are saying, you can just put your
comments,
under the comment section. And also, please do not forget to click on the notification button so you get notified of our subsequent videos that will be coming. Thank you so much for staying with us to the end of this video. Bye. See you in another time.